Hey everybody, Raul Lona here from M3 Physical Therapy. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our second session of our hiking training. For those of you guys who were with us last month, we went over and trained for exercises to strengthen and prepare you for exercise for trails going up a mountain or up a tough trail. Today we're going to be working on going down a trail or down a tough mountain, which is going to call for eccentric type of exercises. With eccentric type of training, we're really looking at lengthening and controlling motion going down the mountain. Now, a lot of you guys may think that going down the mountain is the easier feat, but it's actually harder on your joints and your tendons because you're really controlling and slowing down movements. So yes, it's less caloric expenditure versus going up a mountain, but it's a lot tougher on your joints. So you want to make sure that you are prepared. So we have 3 exercises for you today. We have our assistant here, Mateo. We're going to be going through lunges in a posterior and anterior direction, as well as step downs, which are all 3 going to help train eccentrically those muscles, which again is that lengthening and preparing the muscle for slowing down movement, which is very hard on the muscle and the tendon and does require a lot of force, eccentric force. All right, Mateo, so let's go. We're going to be demonstrating first posterior lunges. So that's backward lunges. So why don't you come up here a little bit more so you're right in the angle. There we go. So notice how he's really sitting down into his glutes. And we're going to demonstrate it forward here for a second. So face the camera now, Mateo. So again, look at that knee control. You want that forward knee to be facing straight ahead and not diving in. That's what we're looking for in a posterior lunge. So let's add weights. And you can start with something that's doable for you to maintain that good form we just talked about. So really important to get that trunk control, and you're bending both knees here. It's great to start with posterior lunges because it is easier as far as the form and it's easier on the knees. So nice job, Mateo. Okay, our second exercise today is going to be lunges again, but it's going to be forward or anterior lunges, which is the harder of the two. So if you're going to start with one, make sure that you start with the posterior. That is easier as far as form, and it's easier as far as the demand on the muscles and the form. So again, Mateo, so let's demonstrate anterior or forward lunges. Very good. Again, notice the trunk nice and steady. He's sitting into both knees or bending fairly equally. And again, you're going to be feeling this in the thighs, in the glutes, and of course in your trunk if you're really using your core to maintain that core steady. So it's a little bit of everything here, thighs, hips, and your core. So he's going to grab weights that are again appropriate for the form. You can start with something light, 10 to 15, and work your way up from there. With these exercises, you want to work, again, this is both power as well as endurance. So we're looking at 4 sets of 12 here for that. And again, you want to do these about twice a week, no more than 3 times a week, with blending in all the other exercises that we've incorporated here during our training. And our third exercise today is going to be step downs. Again, a really quintessential exercise for training that eccentric load that is required and eccentric training as we're going and descending down a tough mountain or a tough trail. So we're going to be doing step downs here. Taylor, we're going to first do the side view here. So you can see the form. This is a pretty high step. This is a 20-incher, which you don't have to start that high. You can start with something as low as 6 to 8 inches. But again, look at the form. You really want to get that glute back, which is going to activate the hips back, so it activates his gluteals. And look at the trunk control that he has. Again, really incorporating that glute trunk control that we're looking for. That's not only going to maximize muscle contraction, but also avoid injury, all right? So with this type of exercise, you want to do about, again, power and endurance, 4 sets of 12, okay? And again, incorporating these types of exercises 2 times a week, no more than 3 times a week. Okay, so with that, you have 3 great exercises to start training: forward and posterior lunges, as well as step downs. And again, 2 to 3 times a week, and each one 4 sets of about 12 to 15 reps. And again, to finish off our session here today, I want you to enjoy more pictures and more images from my hike at Mount Kilimanjaro late last year. Enjoy the pictures and the images, and we'll see you guys soon.
Hey everybody, We are at base camp number 2, Shira 2. We climbed about 1,500 elevation from the previous camp, which was Shira 1. And doing okay so far. Total elevation here is about 13,000 feet and about 6,000 more to go. So we'll hit you guys back up in a bit. Thanks for joining us.